Hey, what's up everybody? Anton Kraly here from eCommerceLifestyle.com, and welcome back to the podcast. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about remarketing, specifically for Facebook ads, and I'm gonna give you the campaign template that we use. But before I do that, I'll just say if you are listening to this or watching it and you're a member of my coaching program, Dropship Lifestyle, you know that I am a huge fan of Google Ads, specifically Google Shopping Ads, PLAs, stands for Product Listing Ads. And the reason that I love those so much is because they send visitors to our Shopify stores that have buying intent. What I mean by that is the people that are coming to our stores from Google Product Listing Ads are either searching for our exact product names or our product SKU numbers or our brand names that we sell for. So very, very specific searches. And then after they search for that, the ad that they're seeing on Google actually has an image of the product we're selling, it has the price, it has any special offers that we're running. So by the time they click that and they come to our store, they are very, very qualified. They're a good lead. They're like the hottest lead you can get. But even with that being said, when you're getting these people to your Shopify store, you're probably getting an average of a 2.5% conversion rate, meaning for every 100 people that visit, 2.5 of them will buy. And just to make the math easy, let's just say it was 3%. So for every 100 people that come to the website, 3 of them will buy, even though they're great leads. So what that looks like is you have 3 sales, and then I'll just do a sad face if you're watching this. We have 97 people that didn't buy. Now, why didn't they buy if they were a good lead? Well, maybe they thought, you know what, I'm just not ready to buy yet. Maybe they thought, I'm gonna go home and go on my computer and buy, or I'm gonna speak to my husband or my wife and then I'll make this purchase decision. Or maybe they just thought, I'm gonna go out online a little bit more and comparison shop and see if there's anything that's more attractive or any other stores that I should buy from. But even with that being said, there's a lot of people in that bucket of that 97% that are still very qualified that should be buying from you. So what we do with that 97% is take them and put them into our remarketing sequence. Now, remarketing is a way to market to people that have already visited to you. So we're showing them ads to bring them back. And the way that we do this specifically on Facebook is by putting different segments of that 97% into different audiences, or we call them buckets, but into different groups of people that we can show different ads to at different times. So the way that we do this is we break them up by 3-day website visitors that didn't purchase. Then we have an audience of 7-day website visitors that didn't purchase. Then we have a 14-day audience, again, of website visitors that didn't purchase. And then we have what I call our catch-all. And this is the audience that everybody that visits our website that didn't buy goes into. Now, we do this kind of in different segments. We have a 90-day audience. We have a 180-day audience. You can do one big one. You could do as many as you want. But just for the sake of this podcast, I'll just break it up into these 4. But what's important here is as we're remarketing to these different audiences, we're not just showing them the same thing over and over and over again. Because what we're trying to do is get them to buy as soon as possible right away, because remember, like, they're a hot lead because of where they came from the Google Shopping ads. So for the first 3 days, the ads that we're showing them, we're simply trying to have them not forget about us and to come back to pull the trigger. So the way this works in Facebook is we make a campaign called Remarketing Website Visitors, and then we create what's known as a custom audience. Again, if you're a member of Dropship Lifestyle, just go to the remarketing training, which is in module 6 in the lesson on remarketing, and you'll see like how to do this step by step. But what we do is we create this 3-day audience, and what we show to these people that visited and didn't buy, again, that 97% for the first 3 days after leaving our website, is we show them DPAs. These are dynamic product ads. And dynamic, what that means is it changes based on who the person is. And the way it changes is it's showing them an ad for the product or products that they were looking at on our store. So let's just say I was selling a whiteboard and you went to my whiteboard store and you looked at this whiteboard and you didn't buy and you went on Facebook. For the next 3 days, you would be seeing ads from my business with that exact whiteboard that you were looking at, trying to get you to come back and purchase. And the reason it's here, and this will be the most profitable audience, by the way, because it's the most recent, but this is here just so that person that thought, oh, I'm gonna go home and order this, or oh, I'm gonna go to another website and see if I could find anything else. This is just reminding them like, hey, you visited us, don't forget about our website, come back. And it's just capturing all those people that are close to ready to buy, but weren't ready to pull that trigger right away. Now, after 3 days, if they haven't come back and bought yet, which will still be the majority of the 97%, they move in to our 7-day audience. And the way that you set this up on Facebook is you create an ad set. And in that ad set, you are targeting, right? You're selecting the audience to show ads to as 7-day website visitors, but you're excluding 3-day. That means if somebody was in your website 4 days ago, they'll be in this 7-day ad set because they'll be excluded from the 3. So you say in Facebook, for 7 days, include 7-day website visitors, exclude customers, exclude 3-day visitors. So they'll be put into this next ad set right here. Now in here, what we're trying to do is build up social proof. So I'm just gonna write SP for social proof. And what we're doing there is showing different testimonials from past customers. We also like to do a lot of different videos that are just saying like, hey, you visited antonswhiteboards.com and we saw you didn't purchase. Just wanted to let you know that whatever the unique value proposition is, whatever the about us origin story is, give them some more information, put a face to the business and work on getting them to come back and buy. But not just going for that direct like, hey, you didn't buy this thing, just trying to build up some more social proof with those videos from the company and ideally from customers if you have any of those as well. So what happens then as we progress further and further along when these people, your audience, haven't purchased yet? Well, once they fall into this audience of 14-day website visitors, we create another ad set in Facebook, and that ad set is excluding, again, customers, and it's excluding 7-day visitors. So the only people that will see the ads that are in the 14-day ad set are people that are between days 8 and 14. Now, what we do here is change the message again, because remember, they've already been seeing ads to come back to the product. They've already been seeing ads with social proof. So what we do here is add in a promotion. So maybe the reason they didn't buy is because, again, they were hoping to get a deal on it, right? So by the time they reach this, the ads that they're going to see on Facebook will shift to something like, hey, we noticed you haven't purchased from Anton's Whiteboards. If you buy in the next X amount of days, you can save 10% on your order with coupon code Facebook gratitude, right? Whatever it is, make a coupon code that's unique, have that coupon code in the ads, and that will capture all those people that were just waiting to see if a deal was gonna pop up, kind of those value shoppers. Again, we don't show that right away because we don't need to, right? That's not automatically the reason why they didn't buy. So we paste that out and have it in the 14-day audience. Now, typically here, we run this from people that are between 14 and 21 days. And then after 21 days, you might be thinking like, well, what do we show to them then, right? Like they haven't, and this again, this is assuming they haven't bought, because if at any point in this remarketing campaign they purchase, they are now a customer, so they're excluded from all of these audiences and they don't see the ads anymore. But what happens if they get to day 21 and they still haven't bought? We don't just keep showing them the same messages over and over, because there's most likely a reason that whatever percentage is left still haven't bought. Maybe they just weren't really that interested. Maybe they somehow slipped through Google PLAs. Maybe they were just doing product research. Maybe they even bought from a competitor. You really don't know. You just know that they haven't bought from you yet. But you don't just kind of delete this data. You don't just totally forget about this person. Instead, they go into this catch-all audience. Again, you can build this as a 90-day audience, or you could build it as a 180-day audience, and it'll just be all of these website visitors that didn't purchase from you. And what we do with this audience is do specific timed promotions, okay? And what I mean by timed promotions is, let's just say that we have 4th of July coming up. We'll do a 4th of July promo for our store. Maybe, again, it's a 10% off coupon, enter coupon code FREEDOM at checkout, whatever it is. But then we have that ad running on Facebook to this huge catch-all audience, which will be your biggest. And what's really cool about all of these ad sets and all of these campaigns with the different messages we're using, from dynamic product ads to social proof to promotions to timed promotions, is you don't need huge budgets at all. These are the highest return on ad spend campaigns that we have and that you'll have as well, because you're really not trying to just blast it to as many people as possible. It's going towards very specific audiences on Facebook that already visited your website. And the way that this is going to work is as long as you keep your traffic to your Shopify store as clean as possible. Okay, when I say clean, I mean as targeted as possible, because remember, when we're remarketing in all of these different campaign templates, we're remarketing to the people that visited our store. So you want the people that are visiting your store originally to be the best leads possible, which again will come through Google Ads, specifically Google Shopping ads, and they'll also come through organic traffic and Bing ads and everything else I teach in Dropship Lifestyle if you're going through the coaching program. But just know you don't want to have your site just filled up with a bunch of front-end traffic sources that aren't qualified to begin with, because then here it will still work in your remarketing, but your return on ad spend will not be as high because you won't be remarketing to the highest quality leads. So hope you found that helpful, guys. This was a little bit more technical than the episodes I typically do, especially if you're watching it on YouTube and you could kind of see the draw out here. If you got value from this, please do me a favor and go to Apple Podcasts and leave a 5-star review. I'm going to post a link in the description so you can get there really easy. It means a lot to me and it really helps the channel. And if you want to learn more about this, see the step-by-step like inside of my computer for how we set this up, be sure to go to dropshipwebinar.com, where you can get my free training and learn more about our coaching program. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you in the next episode of the podcast. Hey, what's up, guys? Anton here again, and I hope you got some real value out of that video you just watched. If you did, you should definitely check out this one or this video right here. I do 2 new ones every week. You'll see a subscribe button right here. And if you want my free training that is 2.5 hours long of value with 237 niches, click this button right down here. It'll take you to where you need to go.